Phew. Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a quick moment here before we actually start the stream to address some of the obvious things that have been going on the past couple months, so I'm not going to try and take too much of your time. Figured I'd do a pre-recorded thing so that way I can be a lot more concise through editing. I'm not going to try and make that the whole focus of the stream. I really don't want to, and yeah, I'm not trying to be a bummer. But it would be a disservice to people that have stuck around with the show all this time if I didn't say at least something. I haven't really been super public about it because I've been trying to respect people's privacy and not make all this everybody's business. But long and short of it is, back in November, right around Thanksgiving, I made a post on Twitter talking about how Cinco would no longer be a part of Game Department 1C. I won't go into the nitty-gritty details because, again, it's not anyone's business. We had an argument and had a falling out, and it's as simple as that. I mean, it's not as simple as that, but it's not anyone's business, and I don't want to say anything on their behalf or, paint any kind of pictures or make people pick sides. It's not what this is about. It's unfortunate. It sucks, but the show must go on. GA1C has existed long before Cinco came into being my friend and being a big part of my life. So I still want to do this. It is a source of great joy for me. I have a lot of fun interacting with the people that tune in. It's something that kind of keeps me sane for the most part when I'm not exhausting my sleep schedule to try and work on things. So it would just be a huge what's the word I'm looking for? It would feel wrong if I didn't keep it going, because I have a lot of fun doing this. So talking with a couple people that I'm very close with, like my friend Elise, who hopefully you all know by now. I talk about her stream all the time. A couple other close friends have been really, really supportive. I can't thank them enough for just giving an ear and allowing me a place to vent. But also have been really adamant and kind of politely nudging me to start doing streaming again. But I bring up Elise especially because they had sent me a video of the completionist when he had his really big fallout with the person that he had been doing content with, and how they had decided to just kind of skip back, like almost like warp zone back to World 1 kind of thing, which is the whole theme for this season. So I have a mix of things that I have planned for Season 1 here. Some of the games that we're going to be playing have been challenged before during the time where Cinco was a part of the show, but I want to try and redo them again because, I've had to go through and get rid of all of the previous episodes that were recorded, and yeah, they're no longer up anywhere. They have been taken off of YouTube, and the vast majority of clips I've also removed from Twitch. Not for any fear of anything like that, but it's time to move on, and I don't necessarily think that the clips that were there in the episodes that we've previously done really paint the best picture of not only myself, but Cinco as well. So I think it would just be fair to help with that distancing and allow them to do their own thing. And I also want to stress that it is more than okay for you to go and support what they do. I said that out the gate. I'm not going to hold any ill will to anybody that is like, hey, I can't support GA1C anymore without Cinco. It's fair. Like, you are allowed to make your own choices. I'm not beholding anybody to any kind of standards with watching the show or supporting it outside of just being a decent human being and holding to the same values that this show is about, which is that gaming is for everybody, and hell with everybody that is transphobic, homophobic, and hates non-white people. So as long as you're doing that and you're not being a dingus, then we good. But long story short, please, go and support people that have previously collaborated with the show, because everybody's just trying their best out there. And I forgot to mute my phone. Anyways, I don't want to keep you guys much longer, but I did want to at least say that the show is going to move forward. We're going to try and filter in previous games that we've played before, so that way have a new fresh take on it, have a whole new challenge going into these games, and I don't know if we'll have anybody else along for the ride as far as another AD or co-host. Admittedly, speaking honestly, like I'm kind of burnt from having somebody along and it not working out, but I don't want to hold that against any potential kind of collaborations or anything in the future. So yeah, I will end this with saying I hope that you're all very excited for the season I'm going to do here with you all. This is very much your show as much as it is mine, so I hope you'll continue to support GA1C, and we're going to try and do our best to be as true to our mission statement as possible, and making sure that this is a safe space for all of our friends, and doing our best to uplift people that don't look like me. The internet doesn't need another pasty white dude. So I hope you're excited, and I will do my best to not disappoint. But let me know if I do, so that way I can grow and do better. But yeah, that's enough out of me. Let's get the show started.
Like a ghost in the moonlight, the ninja warrior stalks his prey. Unseen, unheard, and unnoticed. Mission accomplished. The final battle begins. Ninja Gaiden for Nintendo from Tecmo. Coming soon, more hard-to-beat action. Tecmo Bad News Baseball.
Out of the darkness, the bright spirit of the Ryuken reborn. Ninja Gaiden from Tecmo. Just when you had given up all hope, a ninja saves you from the evil Jackie O. More realistic than any other TV game, you're right in the action, fighting to the death. Coming soon from Tecmo, Ninja Gaiden. Incredible game software for Famicom.
Oh, there we go. Oh my god. Sorry. God, it's been too long. How's everybody doing? It is I, your good challenge boy, Dan Captain Howard, age 36, like Betty White, somehow still here, and loving life. Oh heck. Thank you, Wizard Random. Super happy that you all are here. I am so sorry that it's taken so long to get back to doing this. I didn't leave the audio muted, so that's a plus. That's a good sign. Usually I don't realize that the audio isn't working until like 10 minutes in. God, what do I even say? If you're coming in late, I said a bunch of stuff at the beginning here in a pre-recorded segment, but I guess for the folks that haven't been here on a Friday before, what is this show? What is Game Apartment 1C? It is a parody slash homage to the Japanese television series Game Center CX, wherein I'm gonna be that weird guy. I have a framed photo of Arino himself here. Just look at that handsome comedian man, that big old middle-aged dork. So yeah, he plays through infamously difficult and well-remembered classics of old, primarily stuff for the Japanese NES or Famicom system as it was called, and shows viewers the endings to those games. And I mean, like, the show started way before YouTube was really a thing, so it wasn't like you could just go look up videos of endings to video games. You can do that now, but don't do that. Oh heck! Thank you. I much appreciate all these new follows. Let's get me back to where I was before all this mess happened. But yeah, so the task here on the show, aside from hoping to make your week a little bit better, make you laugh, and educate and entertain, is to show you the endings to these games. So we'll see how I do. Like I said in the video, the plan for the season, I guess I should move over to housekeeping. Yeah, let me move over to that. Let me show that instead, because there's like a couple things I want to go over real quick before we actually get into the episode. So I won't hopefully be too wordy of a dude here. So first and foremost, the show format. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to stick to formula like we had been doing. Now that I am down a person, like if I want to either. What was I gonna say? I'm having a brain fart, more so than usual. Anxiety ahoy. What I mean to say is that, so previously what we would do each Friday was we'd probably stream for about maybe 3 hours at a time, and then give it about 4 to 5 episodes to finish a game challenge. Whereas now that I don't have another person here that is a tired person and demanding that sleep be a thing, I'm kind of wondering if I should do longer streams, if that's something that people would stick around for, or just like, hey, like, there's this bald guy just swearing at the top of his lungs because he can't get through King's Night. Which, like, isn't necessarily a bad thing. Oh heck, thank you so much for the subs. I did see, I was trying to keep an eye on the chat, like I was TMI, I was doing pre-stream urination trips to the bathroom, because I am wholly nervous about doing this despite having done this many times before. It's just been so long. That I trust you all, so I'm gonna just talk openly about stuff like that now. Whereas previously, I would get a lot of shame for doing so. So that's the new benefit of it being a one-person stream. So anyways, happy to see a lot of folks that I haven't interacted with since well before pandemic. So cool to see people tuning in for that. I did say that I was going to try and make more nights for doing Undertale. I really want to play through the rest of that game before I get super absorbed in anything else. And there's like a lot of stuff that's going to be happening in the next couple weeks, as far as trying to do more with the GoFundMe, get myself situated with a car, possibly be employed. We'll see how all of those things go. With the record that I've been having recently, things should be pretty good, so I'm hoping to not get my hopes up too much, so fingers crossed there. But doubling back real quick to show format, I'm also trying to figure out if I want to keep doing segments, or if I want to revisit doing Nintendo history like we had been doing, because if we do, I might as well just like go back to the drawing table and just start over, especially with a lot of the older Nintendo history episodes aren't as polished or as up to snuff as I would like them to be, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I've also had a couple people express interest in doing segments for the show, and I could use all the help that I can get, so if people wanted like a little block on the stream, cool. I would be more than happy to do that. 2-3 hours, okay. Yeah, like that's the thing, is like I also I'm not an adorable anime avatar despite my best efforts, so like doing an 11-hour stream of playing Atlantis no Nazo or something like that, like maybe not doable for me. So yeah, Toasty, I've talked to them every once in a while on Twitter. They're good people. Yeah, like thankfully the chair is good. I probably spend more time in this chair than I care to admit, because I've been playing through Breath of the Wild again, and I guess my normal people have good quarantine goals. Yours truly was like, hey, during quarantine I'm gonna try and catch 900 Koroks, because why not? Nobody lives forever. Let's just make that happen. So anyways, yeah. So I'll hopefully figure out formatting. Why, I don't know why I said that so weird. As the show goes on, it's gonna be a learning process, so please be forgiving, but if you hold to a high standard, let me know what I can do to appease that, because yeah, I'm really just trying to refigure things out here. Aside from that, I am still working on trying to get Discord up for the stream, and just kind of help to rebuild and foster the community that we once had. I really miss it a lot. I really don't have too many places where I can hang out online. Not for lack of trying, but it's just like, I was really part of something special where it was, very LGBTQA plus friendly, a really good place for emotional support, and just a great place for people to hang out. And I would like to try and be better with that now that I've learned from previous mistakes of like what kind of community to foster and all that. So I know Wizard has offered to help, so thank you there. I feel really bad. My friend Wubs keeps offering to help with bots, since they also do a Discord server, and I just keep falling asleep at weird hours because my sleep schedule is a big old pile of Duke, because it's the pandemic. But that's all for housekeeping. I don't want to gab too much here. Historically, I would do like a little gaming intro here, but oh, that's a strategy guide. You're not supposed to see that. That's how I know how to get through the game, because I'm bad at games. Spoiler alert, I'm not good at games. There we go. Yeah, let's jump into playing this, because this is a game that I have little to no experience with. I've maybe played a collective of 10 minutes of Ninja Gaiden, maybe. So we'll see how this goes. Oh man, I can't remember if there's an opening movie. Okay, there is an opening movie. Thank you, game. You did not even give me a chance to doubt. I want to give a thank you to my good pal Gabe, who recommended that this be the first challenge. See you in hell. With whom did father have a duel and lose? For what reason did he fight and die? Even I don't know for sure. Oh, I gotta break out character voices. Jeez. The day after he disappeared, in Father's room I found a letter addressed to him. Addressed to me. I can't read. It said, Ryu, I am on my way to a life or death duel. Well, that's nice. If it is destiny that I not return, you are to take the dragon sword of the Hayabusa family and go to America and see the archaeologist Walter Smith. That's an American name. Ryu, be always brave. I will get my revenge. Well, that's a fun way to start a game. All right, let's do this. Whew, I'm not a religious man, but let's see how this fares. I guess this is the part where people would start taking bets on how quickly I throw in the towel. This is the other thing I was like trying to figure out with formatting for the show, is what is my allotment for giving up on games? Like how many games do I have to win for the season to claim a victory? That kind of thing. Second level bats. Are they bats or are they eagles? I have I have a deep-seated fear that I'm going to eat it to a lot of flying enemies. I'm not doing so hot right now. I'm already at half my life bar. Jeez, this is not going so well. I picked the worst game to challenge out the gate. Yeah, I'll have fun. Like I can't really think of the last time I got super angry at a game. Maybe maybe King's Knight, and then just because that game is intentionally designed to be terrible in every sort of aspect. Like, I don't even think that game you can actually beat. Like, you have to use cheats to be able to get through that game. There's no way to get to the final boss without having an invincibility cheat. I don't know if that's... I really kind of want to re-challenge King's Knight just because it's like, oh man, that was that was a nightmare. But at the same time, I'm really not trying to put myself through any further emotional or mental turmoil. Yeah, King's Knight is... I don't even know if you can call that a game. I mean, it's got some history, but that's about it. Oh, heck yeah. Stop time. You know, like ninjas do. Also, I love that every depiction of America in the 80s is just filled with weird mutants and dudes with baseball bats. That is a NES... an NES constant. A lot of artificial intelligence and robots. Alright, first boss. Oh, I have an item that I can use. There we go, now we're evenly matched. Yeah, always with biker helmets. Like, everybody owned a motorcycle in the 80s. That's just the thing. Alright. I'm pretty decent at this so far. Those are going to be my famous last words. Who are they? They seem to be following me. Who's there? Just a girl. Get out of here. Whoa, what the heck are you? That's sexist.
I will, but first.
What the? Oh, snap. Oh, game over. Or not. I was gonna say, like, man, this was a very easy game to get through. Ow. Where? Where am I?
I see the anesthetic is wearing off.
Who are you?
Shh, don't make so much noise. I've got a favor to ask of you. Here, take this and escape.
What is this? This statue?
There's no time to explain, hurry!
Hey, wait, who are you? Didn't you try to kill me?
Someone's coming, be careful!
Every character in a video game should be voiced by Strong Bad. Alright, here we go. This is... I can already feel like this is going to suck. Anytime a game takes place at a construction site, it's gonna get serious. This has got all these black and yellow stripes, and I'm getting punched out by a dude with boxing gloves. Oh, bats. Oh, bats. Nice thing about doing the stream again is that if people are like, hey, what am I doing with my Friday? I'm watching a dude in his late 30s cry a lot. And no one can make fun of you for doing that because it's accurate. And hopefully entertaining. What the? Okay. That's gonna be the first of many. I'm gonna get used to that music, I'm sure. I like what you're doing with your late 30s. Oh, man, Duper, I don't know what I did to get all of your amazing support and wonderful kindness, but thank you. It is much appreciated. Maybe that's just a thing that that llamas are known for. Aw, thanks, Hot Bean Juice. Much appreciated. I'm glad that people are okay with me playing video games and eating SpaghettiOs out of the can. Spoiler alert, that's my late 30s. What the heck? Where do I go? How? What? Do I go like this? This? That's not it. That's not it at all. Oh, okay, there we go. Ha ha ha, I'm good at games. Oh, heck! Thank you, Dr. Destructo! Is that who I think it is? Of Super Art Fight fame? What have I done to win such an accolade? Aw, thanks, Duper. Yeah, like, I got real lucky with meeting the both of them offhandedly. Like, Orange has been such a weird, like, I don't mean that in a bad way, but just, like, randomly, with everything that's been going on, has just been super supportive and reaching out to me just to check in and say, hey, like, I hope everything's going okay. Why are there football players here? What is this game? What the heck? Flies and guys with machine guns, I get, but why is there just a random linebacker coming at me? Where was I going with that? But yeah, like, Matt and Orange are fantastic. We had Matt on the show way back when we were trying to do our creator showcase, which I would love to get back into doing. There's a lot of people that really deserve more attention and more follows on streaming platforms and the like. Merca, yeah. It's full of malice and chocolate pudding. That's like on brand for anything related to the Mother series, honestly. I mean, if you're gonna be a part of the Mother community, you might as well either be filled with pudding or malice. You know, one or the other, if not both. Okay, well listen, ninjas have no place in football, so, buddy, take that to the 50-yard line and go to hell. Oh, I assumed. But also, America in the 80s was a weird time, filled with, cultists, gigantic flies, aggressive linebackers, and guys with machetes just hanging out. I don't know what era of America you all have lived through, but that's the era that I was born into. Nothing but guys with green skin and sword flinging. Oh well, that's on me. The first game over! Hooray! How do I continue? By hitting the start button. Oh, good. Well, you know, what would be a good strategy is not jumping into swords. That's how you beat the game, man. Don't jump into swords. Or jump into machine gun fire. Wow! Ninja Gaiden, you are far more unfair than I actually realized. And what really gets me about video games is I watch things like Awesome Games Done Quick, and people will beat a game blindfolded. And my pathetic ass can't even beat a game with cheat codes or, you know, let alone with my eyes open. These guys are beating Mike Tyson's Punch-Out just on sound effects. Like, what have I been doing with my life? Yeah, what are the Ninja Gaiden speedrun strats? Because if they're gonna help me out here, I'm gonna need it. Oh, man. I wonder if anybody actually has the Ninja Gaiden Lose a Life music as a ringtone. If so, why are they a masochist? Alright, there we go. Haha, I've learned. You know, you can't stop me now, football players. I've learned your ruse. Is it your alarm? That's a hell of a thing to to wake up to. That's true, yeah. Like, they are playing it repeatedly. Gosh, was it the crew that did the Dragon Quest speedrun said they played a total of 500 hours or something like that just for getting the basics down? Yeah, this music is... Man, I miss really good sound engineering in games. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, there's some really good soundtracks these days, but the fact that somebody had to sit there and figure out, like, okay, these beeps and boops are gonna be different instruments, and this is how it's gonna sound. Like... impressive, still, to this day to me. Oh, and speaking of amazing game soundtracks, Scott Pilgrim came out today, right? I know historically I'm not allowed to talk about Scott Pilgrim, but that's a story for another time. Okay, you know, maybe looking before I leap would be... There we go. Hey, that's how you do. I can hit this fly. I know I can. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, well. Ah, man. Alright, well, it looks like... it looks like Tazrael was kind of on the money. Stage 2, huh? Look at that beefy guy. Look at those broad shoulders. Oh my gosh, come on. I'm trying. Challenge man. That's what they called me in college. Oh yeah, that was nice. Enjoyed that. That was good. Hope you all like that. That was a nice little move. Noted. Okay. Also, I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge it earlier, Mario, for saying hello. Miss you and Squid Kitty a lot. You guys have also been super supportive. I know I haven't been in the Famicom Dojo Discord as much these days, but yeah, I much appreciate y'all checking in on me too. Things are much better now. I guess now is the part where I'm kind of just going through the motions of the game and I can... Nope, probably not. Never mind. I was gonna say, like, hey, brief life update, but I can barely get through the stage. At least I've got some good humor about it. At least I'm being an ice cream bar about not being good at this game. Alright, there we go. Haha, let him back up a little, jump over, get the fly, and then, yeah, and then... Oh, that's gonna cost me. Alright, there's unlimited continues in this game, right? That's a thing I should have looked up and researched before starting this. I think that's the case. If not, well, this is gonna get real tiresome. Yes, though. Oh, don't. You can't dot that. Don't put a dot on that. Ah. Bump, and jump, and some fire, and take out the buff man, and oh, hey, whoa, hey, give me that. That's good. That's always good to have. If you die in the final boss, you're back to the start. Oh, well, it is that era. Yeah, I never realized that Tecmo actually put in their video game commercial hard to beat. What assholes. I mean, at least I'm being honest. But at the same time, like, you didn't have to do that, Tecmo. You didn't have to make your games hard to beat. Like you didn't have to do this. Games didn't have to be like this. Yeah, right? It's like, yeah, we'll just keep it in there. It'll make for replayability. They gotta get good. Aha, there we go. Take that, Swordman. Take that, Football Frank. Take that, Fly. Golly, my hat is off to anybody who has the patience to try and clear a game like this, as I am attempting to do and probably won't do. Oh, not today, football. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh man, is that the end of the stage? Hey, boss fight. Whoa, hey, calm down, buddy. I need you to take that elsewhere. And jump over. Okay, yeah, okay. Picked up on your ruse. Alright. Well, okay, I'm not really doing that much in the way of damage. I need to figure out a different tactic there. Okay, well that kind of is doing it. Those camo pants. You can clearly know he's the villain. Anybody who wears camo pants in a video game that's not Guile is a villain. Clearly a villain. There we go. Yeah! Alright. Victory swig. I mean, technically Lieutenant Surge is a villain. As I grew more and more suspicious, I went off to look for that supposed acquaintance of my father's, Mr. Smith. Oh shit, this is tied into the Matrix? Act 3. Wizard. You must be Walter Smith. The name's Ryu Hayabusa.
Oh, that sword. Of course, you must be Ken Hayabusa's son.
He looks like a very bearded up Ron Swanson. In his last letter, my father told me I should see you.
Last letter? I see. So it has already begun. Ken and I were on an expedition to some old Amazon ruins. We found a strange statue and stone tablet. On the tablet it said... Wait a minute.
Oh wait, that's Ryu. Wait a minute. You mean to tell that statue?
Yes, precisely. I thought it had been stolen.
It's a cool alien action figure, dog.
That demon statue possesses enough evil power to destroy an entire nation.
Well, that's convenient.
The demon came to this earth and caused many deaths. But then Shinobi appeared to stop the demon.
Well, the game Shinobi?
Shinobi borrowed the strength of the dragon and countered each of the demon's spells and thus was able to overcome...
He's become Walter Cronkite, apparently.
That's the way your father crumbles. I'm Walter Smith. So Shinobi confined the evil power of the demon in two statues of light and shadow. And the body of the demon was confined in a temple.
You know, where demons typically go.
This one must be the shadow statue. Therefore...
Therefore, yes, continue. Oh, staff!
And now I've got it. Bye, friend!
You guys suck. What the...
After him, Ryu!
Can't believe you let that happen, Ryu. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. We're in mountain country. I have a feeling this is where birds! No! I knew it! I knew it! Son of a bitch! This is where things are gonna suck a lot. Oh man. Okay, alright. Get rid of the butterfly, no eagle. Wow, these are some big-ass moths. Ah! Freaking, what are those, jaguars? Mountain lion? What's going on here? Alright, there we go. And up, and nope, not today. Oh! Should be thankful that at least I'm not, not to jinx it, not losing my mind yet. Heck with you, birds. Alright, and do a little of this jumping action, like you do, and jump over that. Oh, there we go, yeah! That is much easier to do. Can I do that? Hey! Hey, that was smart. Nope. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God, it's not slippery. It's not slippery. Like, I saw white surfaces, was like, oh man, snow level. This is gonna be Adventure Island all over again. Okay, this guy's, Nope, get out of here. Oh, hold on, whoa, 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 are those... Did I just kill a bald eagle? Ryu, they're on the endangered species list! You can't do that! I mean, I understand, like, you gotta fight birds because they're trying to murder you, but that's an endangered species, my dude! This game has no ethics whatsoever. Ryu is why they're on the endangered species list. Is that the whole plot of this game? Actually, like, it's not about revenge. It's clearly about thinning out the species. Oh, you piece of garbage. Come on! Ah! Alright. Oh, that's good. Starts me at the second part. Yeah, I think I mentioned this earlier. My short-term memory is so shot. So this episode of the show is going to be an all challenge episode. I didn't do any segments because, again, I'm still trying to figure out the format for the show. And yeah. So we're just going to be watching me losing a lot at Ninja Gaiden. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so this time... There we go. Alrighty. That's using the old noggin. That's a smart guy. Lurking is okay. I guess this is the part of the stream where I do the usual content creator, like, hey, please like, follow, and subscribe because numbers do good for me. Good for me? Why did I say it like that? That's true though. I'm trying to. I think one of my big goals for the remainder of 2021 is to try and hit 1,000 followers in the hopes of at least having people that I'd like to collaborate with take the show a little bit more seriously. Unfortunately, numbers are still a thing with content creation, and as much as I'd like to be of the idea that, hey, if numbers are all you care about, then I don't want to work with you, but in order to be able to interview game companies and stuff like that, they're not going to look at somebody that only has like 120 followers, which is stupid, but that's just the way it is, unfortunately. Yeah, I didn't claim to be good at this game. I'm sorry, Frozen. I'm sorry. If anything, I'm very stubborn. So, there we go. Ah, learned that time. There we go. I won't jump into the rocket anymore. I'll just jump into this guy swinging his sword a lot. There we go. Nope, that's okay. Everyone calm down. Everyone just take it easy. Alright, there we go. Okay. Whoa, football man. Really, I'm getting the trick at this game is that you just gotta keep moving. You can't stop for anything. Because if you do, you die. There we go. Those are some good hits. I spoke too soon. Alright, what the... Okay. Yeah, none of that. None of that! No! Ah, I forgot about the guy that's just walking back and forth. Alright. Note to self, remember that there is a guy walking back and forth. Uh-oh. I'm going back on my promise. I'm gonna get hit by rockets. Or not. There we go. Hey! I'm getting better. Maybe? No? God, how many stages are in this game? 6? This is only stage 3, right? That's gonna be a long game. Uh-oh. 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 There we go. Jump over rocket. Nope. 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 Stop that. Nope. 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 Come on. Yep, this is where it's gonna get real frustrating. I can't believe there's 3 of these games. That's... Let's see if we ever play any of the other ones. Trying to not spoil too much on the other games that I've got planned so far this season. Like I was saying earlier, I definitely want to try and re-challenge a couple games that we played before. I think for this first season I'm going to stick mostly to NES games. So if we can we can get through 8 games and accomplish a good first run of this. I think next season what I'll do is I'll start messing around with trying to hook up other consoles. I would really like to challenge some Super Nintendo and 64 games, but we'll we'll see how I do it this first season back. See if I can actually do it. All right, so there's a guy walking. Ha! Yeah, there we go. Boss? Boss. Oh god. You need to... Whoa, hey buddy. Whoa. What are you doing with this jumping? No jumping. Okay, well that's interesting. How... Oh, what? I had to start all the way back here. That's some ass. Alright. That's really what I gotta do is make sure I save my... Is it called Ninpo? Save my ninja power? Is that what Ninpo is short for, I imagine? Well, that was dumb. Alrighty. Oh, this is... This is gonna be like, playing... What was it? Mega Man 2 all over again? Oh, man. Oh, man, is that a Liz? Oh, I'm sorry your connection is butt. I miss you. Ladies and gentlemen, Liz is probably one of the few folks that have known me for more than a decade, which has its ups and downs, I'm sure. How is the other side of the continental U.S. treating you? I hope you are safe and well and living the good life. I'm not sure if your connection is allowing me to interact with you. If not, I'm sorry. Okay, well, there we go. Take care of the bird. And there we go. Yeah! Yeah! Wait, I can hit their rockets? That's a thing I can do? Game, when are you gonna tell me this? Alright. So I'm loaded up. And, yep, there we go. Okay, well, ran out of shurikens. How the heck am I supposed to dodge that? Oh, that's true. When did we all meet? We met in... Was it, I guess, officially 2003? Oh, yeah, I guess Hot Bean Juice would also be around the same time that Liz met me. So it was like a tail end of high school, first year college. So it's been, yeah, so like 2000, 2001? That's such a good, like, how did you start being friends story. Well, you see, I was dressed up as the girl from Evangelion, and somebody mistook my friend as the main character of Hikaru no Go. What a simpler time. We are old. You said it, Scattering. You said it. Okay, Rocket Man. Gosh, I'm trying to remember the last time I watched Evangelion Redeath. It's been so long since I've seen anyone make a really good anime parody. Oh heck, it's Bill! Yeah, I'm trying to remember when, like, we first met. I think we first officially met during the ill-fated... the ill-fated, hey, Matt Papa's aunt is a belligerent and racist drunk here. Oh, I could not agree more, Vic. I think, what was the last one I watched? It was Nescaflone. It was by the same people who did Redeath. Yeah, Matt Papa's aunt. What a way to bring in the new year that was. like, kudos to our mutual friend, Brandon, for not letting somebody be a terrible racist creep. But I never thought in my life that I would ever see somebody in their mid-20s almost get into a fist fight with the owner of a motorcycle shop. But here we are. I think that might also be the only time that I've seen our friend Jess actually concerned about anybody's well-being. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I guess maybe it was 06, because I think that may have been when we were walking away from the con center. I think she who should not be named was complaining about the masquerade or something. God, man, like, it's so weird to think too about time. Like, and maybe this is my official entry into being an old person, but time goes so quick. Feels like just yesterday I had hair, and now I don't. Funny how time does that to people, you know? I didn't know what I was doing with it. I lost it. It was a privilege. And I forgot that that guy was there. Man. Well, then when did we first meet? Was it when you were dressed up as Quatra? Or why am I forgetting that man's name? I just usually call him Char. It's so weird to like try and track when I met people through Matt, because I know I met Matt secondhand through Odalarp in 2003, and then I think the following fall he was like, "Yo, dude, you seemed cool from Otakon. I'm trying to go to this small little convention in Virginia. You want to come with?" And we ended up rooming together at NecoCon and became really good friends very, very quick. Okay, yeah, that was a good year. That was a very good Otakon. Ah, dang it! I'm reminiscing too much. Man, I used to cosplay Luffy. That's... oof. That was in the long, long ago. Someday I'll be in that kind of shape again, maybe, if pizza stops being a thing. If I finally get around to playing Ring Fit. Yeah, what were we in line for? Probably Mystery Anime Theater? Or maybe, oh, because I would have been in line with... 2004 would have been with Heather? Maybe? Maybe it was music videos for the dealer's room? Maybe an Evangelion panel? Something. So I'm there for the Clonoa costume. I think that was when we were still working at EB Games together. Because I also think that was the year... and this says... this says a lot about the circles that I used to belong to, or like how much the convention scene has changed. I used to refer to Otakon years as the years that my buddy Nick would dress up in a costume, because they would just make the rounds on the internet way back when. I'm pretty sure Liz can attest to that too. So I would always call any memories to like, oh yeah, that was the Res year, or that was the Typing of the Dead year. Because to Nick's credit, that dude knew how to do really good attention-grabbing costumes for that convention. You know, like dressing up as the main character of Res, which you're probably asking, how the heck do you do that? Well, go look up old Otakon photos and see a man in a lycra suit with a bunch of orange foam around his body. I'm not doing the costume justice. It's a pretty damn good costume. Ah, Rabbi Wolfwood. Man, what a... I also used to be friends with the girl who infamously would show up each year dressed as Lum. Was this girl Marie, I think her name was? But lost contact with her through years of the world being the world. There are a couple times we did karaoke. I don't think we did it too much, just because, there's only so many times where you can listen to Cruel Angel's Thesis before you end up losing your mind. Probably one of my more cringe moments in the history of my life. I dressed up as Luffy from the Davy Back fight in One Piece, so I've got a big old afro on my head, and I'm not wearing a shirt, and there was a really cute girl there that was singing some fan music from Earthbound with lyrics, and I thought it would be really cool and not at all off-putting or awkward to sing Ask DNA from Cowboy Bebop the movie, and then like dedicated the song to her. So that's a sin I committed, and probably why I've had such bad fortune in my later years. If that's the price I gotta pay for being a weirdo at a convention, I deserve it. I fully deserve it. Oh, this wasn't at Otakon. This was, where was this? This was at, oh man, what convention was that? There's another convention down in Virginia. Maybe it was Anime USA? I think it was Anime USA. Yeah, because there's like a brief period of time where I was really good friends with these kids out of Virginia. Like all kids that went to the same martial arts school together. But we met... I think we met through the Otakon LARP and ended up just becoming really fast friends with everyone, and they became like the staple group of kids that we would hotel room with. So whenever somebody was like, hey, I've got a hotel room at such and such con, I need to fill it with 12 people, then we were just on the call list for that. Oh, Avi! Heck! What's up, dude? Long time no see! I'm glad you are still here and alive. Man, seeing so many familiar faces in the chat. You are making my 2021, despite me doing horrible with this game. Oh, man. Other, like, really good karaoke stories. I know Tazrael can probably tell more stories about it, because I only had to witness it the 1 year. When we first started hanging out, we went as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Cosplay group for the Masquerade and did a really funny skit. But apparently at this one convention, there was this dude who would always show up as Carrot Glaze from Sorcerer Hunters and would sing a song about... What is the character? What is it? Not tiramisu, is it? Or is it chocolate? I can't remember the character's name. But man, like... I don't want to ever yuck someone's yum. Chase your own bliss, what makes you happy. But there's just some times where you should realize, like, that's a thing you should just not do. Like, don't let the public see that. Case in point, like, I should never have dressed up as Davy Back fight Luffy and frightened a poor innocent person. I mean, that's totally understandable. Like, work is work. Someday I hope to be a member of the workforce again. Icon, that's what it was, yeah! Oh, good. God, XL Saga, man. How long ago was that show? I'm really feeling old. Yeah. Yeah, like I really shouldn't judge. Like I've done some weeb stuff. Yeah, and that's I ain't Bing Crosby myself, but oof. That was some audio torture. I'm pretty sure the Geneva Convention had to be called in at it for a certain point. It was that kind of torturous. Okay, yay, I made it again. That's a fair assessment. I don't judge, but it sure was a moment. Okay, I just want to beat this guy. Is that a thing I can do? How do I avoid your amazing bullet shots? That's... ugh. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do a thing here. Give me a moment. Alright. I'll make sure to put links up for this, but Phil Summers is this amazing artist that has primarily been posting a lot of his stuff on Twitter, but he's been doing these things called hand-drawn strategy guides, which I cannot recommend enough. They are wonderful to look at. He's a very talented artist. He has done strategy guides for Ninja Gaiden, Contra, and as recently as The Legend of Zelda, which I ended up getting a physical copy of sometime last year. And yeah, I can't gush about these guides enough. They're just really nice, and they're a nice little throwback to how strategy guides used to be way back when. I'm not trying to like dox his artwork here, but I figured this would be a nice little thing to have available if I'm having trouble, because the guides are just written out really well. And yeah, so let me go. We're on stage 3. Yeah, we're fighting the birds, and I'm fighting Bossiker. If I stand right about here, I can defeat this boss easy. But yeah, what do I do? Do I just take the hits? Just let him pelt me with bullets? I guess? Maybe? Alright, let's try that then. Okay. Can I hit the bullets? Possibly. Only one way to find out. Yeah, fanzines, especially for video games back in the day, were so neat. I used to have... I don't know if I lost them in the war or not. By the war, I mean a couple different moves. I had these old handmade arcade fanzines that people had made from a couple times that I've been up to Digital Press in New Jersey. So somebody had like these really rudimentary drawn strategy guides for Donkey Kong and for Q*bert, and they were just always really cool to look at, and just see like how gaming magazines have come along from having some dude make ASCII printed graphics in his basement to people writing articles on a website in their basement. Alright, take that, bird. Alright, that was a lot smoother that time. So if I stand right about here... Oh! Ha ha ha! Oh, Phil. Oh, Phil, you wonderful man. Okay, well, I'm not doing so hot. Well, okay, maybe I gotta hit the... Oh, come on. I guess I gotta duck and hit that second bullet. Oh, yeah, there we go, okay. I'm onto your ruse now. I've got it. Patience. There we go. Ha 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 ha! What state am I from? I am Maryland born and raised. The old crab state. Oh, one more hit! Yeah! There we go. Boom shakalaka.
After getting back the demon statue, I felt a strange premonition and hurried back. Dr. Smith!
Oh gosh, he's been turned to stone!
Real, the light demon statue was taken.
The light statue?
Yes, your father and I.
Oh, thank you for the bits, wizard!
We each kept one of the statues just in case. So that the two statues would never become one. The demon's been asleep for 700 years, and now it's starting to wake up. Whatever we do, we've got to stop it. Got to get it back. There's no choice. You've got to become the Ninja Dragon.
Dr. Smith! Dr. Smith!
He's sleeping now.
Come with us.
Oh man, it's the Mafia. This game's got everything! Alright.
Welcome, Ryu Hayabusa. Sorry if I startled you.
It is Mr. Smith!
We are from the CIA Special Auxiliary Unit. My name's Foster.
Okay. Kinda looks like the dude from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Coulson?
Getting right to the point.
Wait! I want to know why you killed Smith!
We didn't kill him. We will fill you in on what we know. In the upper reaches of the Amazon, some ancient ruins were discovered. It seems the temple was built more than 2,000 years ago.
That is a geographically accurate map of South America, yes, yes.
The discoverer was Dr. Smith, who studied the ruins for some time. But one day he suddenly sealed off the ruins.
You know, like you do.
And ever since then, no one has gone close.
For good reason.
Later, however, a man moved in and took over the ruins. His name is Guardia de Miu.
I see that right?
He calls himself the Jacchio.
Well, that's presumptuous.
According to our records, it seems that the temple is not where gods are worshipped, but was built to imprison the body of the demon.
This gentrifying mother.
Therefore, evil spirits are supposed to be held in the statue you have.
I mean, this is pretty on point for 1980s America. The CIA just getting their fingers and hands in all sorts of dumb shit in other continents.
He was probably killed by someone working with the Jacchio.
You are not wrong, Bill. This is... I don't even think any of the RPGs I played on ye old Nintendo were this heavy on the dialogue.
These were the last words written on the stone tablet. If someone brings the demon back to life, he will gain incredible power. Enough to control the entire world.
So you know about that?
The woman who shot you in the bar was one of our agents. They are after you. Use this and go to their headquarters. Get the demon statue back from them. Of course, you will be paid for the work.
Exactly, Tazrael. Exactly.
If I say no?
You know the answer to that.
Okay. CIA hiring a ninja, and then pretty much holding his life in their hands. That's... yeah, that... I do love that about the, the Onion Atlas. Oh, good! It's a jungle. And spiders. No! Birds and spiders! Oh my. Alright, this can't be any harder than the last stage. I say to myself as I scream internally. Oh hey! Spinning jump. That's convenient. Well, that ain't gonna help me. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And jump down. And nope. Nope. Whew. We're only at the 10 o'clock mark. Let's see how this goes. Oh dear. Maybe I should have done some segments. Give myself a nice little break. Oh, Bill, I'm so sorry. This probably looks like barf. Looks like barf. Yeah, I felt really bad growing up. These kids I used to do taekwondo with got me really into playing things like Street Fighter. when I was in high school, I really got into playing Puzzle Fighter and a bunch of things like Puyo Puyo, and I would always want to play with them. But for the longest time, this one kid, John, would always not want to play, but he would never tell me why. He would just say, like, not my kind of game. I didn't find out until years later is that because he was colorblind, but it was something that he would always get a lot of crap for when he was younger, from going over to like people's houses to play games and stuff, because they would always try and play things like Tetris or Dr. Mario, and he couldn't. It was impossible to see a lot of the different shades on the screen. Oof. I'm sorry, Bill. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing on the NES. Like, things either have, like... There's two color palettes for green. There's, hey, that's a forest, and hey, that's some poop. The depth of color back then was very limited. Oh, heck. I know this scene. Ah, so this is where this is from. Yeah, but it doesn't have any air conditioning in there, so... Oh! Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh, that parallax scrolling. Oh, the classic scroll. Am I still on the same stage? Nuts. What does it say? 4-2? Okay. So hopefully if I die, excuse me, I stay on the stage. Oh, Mean Bean Machine was the other one that I used to play a lot as a kid. Because it's more or less just Puyo, but man, that stinks. Yeah, and that's such like a nice little Easter egg in Sonic Mania. Like, that sucks that it's not more accessible. I'm glad that a lot more game companies these days have taken into consideration color blindness. Like, what was it? Splatoon, I guess, was like the first real big one. To be like, hey, by the way, this game relies on colors, but not everybody can see all the colors out there, so we're not gonna limit it to that. Oh, that's good. I didn't know that they had one. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, like, the more people are vocal about issues like that, and I mean, it's definitely, like, I don't want to sound like I'm coming off the wrong way here. Like, obviously, there's a lot of issues in video gaming as a whole. And accessibility is definitely something that needs to be explored more and adhered to. And I'm glad that color blindness and also what is it? I don't know what they call it, but it's like things for people that typically have epilepsy due to screen shaking and stuff like that. Like, there have been a couple games that have had better filters in regards to that. I'm glad that those kind of things are being discussed. I just wish some of the more deep-seated issues. Maybe I'm the jerk for complaining, like, oh, we still have this to fix, kind of thing. Oh, that's good to know. What was I complaining about? What was I being an old man about? Like, equality and sexism and racism in video games. Like, that would be nice if we took care of that, especially when it comes to crunch with games and development cycles and all that. Not to, like, start a hotbed discussion about things, but it's goddamn 2021, people. Like, this is all shit we should have figured out. Like, people shouldn't be... No, we made, like, a tweet late night about it last night. As I woke up to somebody messaging me about some content creators being super creepy with the grooming and the being terrible, terrible monsters. Why did I do that? But, yeah, like, it's just... And I'm saying this as a dude with entitlement, like, so, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt, but there are so many people that are talented out there that do not get a fair shot because of the color of their skin, or because of their gender, or their sexual identity, and it's just... We keep having these weird, freaking gross white dudes grooming people and just being terrible, terrible predators, and it just needs to fucking stop. Uh-oh. Is there something about the Scott Pilgrim release that I should know? Because if so, please let me know. And that's the other thing about 80s games, to kind of double back to a happier conversation. I always had dudes that look like Jason Voorhees in games. Friday the 13th was really popular everywhere. Ah. Alright, come on. You can do it. Is this the end of the stage? Hmm? Yeah! Alright. I do remember seeing this in a video that I had when I was a kid on how to beat Nintendo. So you just hide on one of these pillars and it should... Yeah, just chip away. Yeah, take that, jerky. Move over a little. Oh, yeah, Ubisoft. Yeah, pardon my language. Fuck those guys. The day that, EA and Ubisoft go the way of the dodo, the world of gaming would be so much better. And I generally mean that. Just like both companies are... There's no words that I can use that will properly sum up just how terrible they are. But I'm probably preaching to the choir. Like, I imagine most folks are pretty familiar with the terrible practices that both companies have made. If not, I cannot recommend enough educating yourself. There's lots of really good articles about much of the harassment and toxic work environment that both companies have housed, and it's historically a lot of their practices over licensing and development have been really, really shady. So, yeah. That's why I think, like, every few months or so, the conversation comes up, and I've probably talked about it a couple times with Bill. I do have a timer. Well, how about that? I don't want to die. But I'm gonna go for it. Uh-oh. Ah! Nuts! All the way back, huh? Alright, where was I saying? Yeah, like talking about how at some point, it's just the AAA gaming development cycle is just gonna collapse on and off itself. It just is not sustainable. It's to the point now where games cost more money to make than a movie, and that's obscene. Like, it shouldn't cost that much to produce a game, ever. And I mean, that's also coming from the fact that, God, what was it like when the very first Final Fantasy VII came out? That was like a couple $1 million for them to produce and make. But that's mostly because of the time it took. And I get that, you know, game development is time consuming, and it should be. Like, it should take time, and it should be fair, and it shouldn't suffer, or it shouldn't make anyone suffer crunch or burnout or anything like that. So yeah, like, of course it takes time. Unfortunately, I don't think game development has ever been done any other way aside from people making indie games. So once the AAA game model kind of collapses in on itself, I think indie games are going to be at the forefront. So we're going to see a lot more things like people playing more things developed on Steam and a lot less console-based games. I mean, like, not to disparage anything that's on, like, the new PlayStation or the new Xbox, but, like, I can play all that stuff on PC now, and I can't believe I'm saying that as somebody that's traditionally a console gamer, but, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that conversation, but there you go. There's some junk that's been floating around in my head. That's what happens when I am trying to not lose my sanity at a very, very difficult game. Get off that wall, Ryu. What are you doing? There we go. Oh, that time it worked. Okay, get that. That's gonna be important. Oh heck, thank you for appreciating my brain junk. And that's the thing is, like, you know, like, obviously, I'm not a game developer, so I don't know every minute detail that goes into the process or, you know, how to make that happen. So, you know, don't take me as an expert, but, as far as I can tell, with indie games, there isn't as much fear of risk when it comes to trying things out with mechanics and story and gameplay, whereas major companies, AAA companies, have to, you know, they gotta make sales. So, of course, they're going to be a lot more cautious with the kind of things that they put in their games. They're more prone to make franchises out of things. Like, that's why we have so many freaking Call of Duty games, or why we keep getting entries in Halo, because they know, one, it'll make money, but two, they're also not having to go too far out of the mold. And I would say there are very few AAA companies kind of explore that space and make games that are taking risk. Yeah, that's what one of the things that I've really I'm a Nintendo fanboy, I'll admit, but I've applauded Nintendo for doing with a lot of their mainstay franchises is that they've really tried to go against the usual mold, you know, especially things like Breath of the Wild and things like the newer Mario game with Mario Odyssey. Like, it's vastly different to what they have been doing with a lot of entries in their franchises, because they want to try and bring in a new audience, they want to kind of get a clean slate, and take risks with things. But also, yeah, like, indie games seem to not be these vast, I have to dedicate 80 hours and invest in this just to be able to really even begin to pull back the layers on this game. What the heck happened? Why are there 3 now? What happened? What was that? Yeah, that's true. Like, there have been a lot of early access games. I guess, like, the more recent one that I can think of is that Record of Lodoss Wars game. It's actually really good. And doesn't seem to be, you know, this overloaded title. That's the other thing, like, it feels like a lot of AAA titles, like, just, I mean, they have to because they gotta make their money's worth, but feel like they just overload their games with things that aren't really necessary for the sake of narrative or gameplay. They're just, like, added in there to, I don't know, like, beef it up, make it seem like there's more content than there actually needs to be, kind of thing. Like, oh God, I'm trying to even think of a game. Maybe it's not the best comparison, but, like, Skyrim, like, there's way too much to do in that game. And it doesn't need to be that massive a game, I feel, as far as, like, side quests and stuff like that. I'm like, cool that I can go around and do all that stuff, and maybe I'm just, like, maybe I'm the weird guy, I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking for things to complain about. But I much appreciate when a game is just, like, to the point. then again, I also really like a lot of JRPGs, which are just like chock full of fetch quests and overloaded content that doesn't necessarily need to be in there. But I mean, I think the two games to really get that right, at least in recent years, oh man, I think, and I'll admit to being biased about it, but I think Dragon Quest XI does a really good job with it. The side quest and fetch quests actually have good narrative to them. They aren't just kind of shoehorn in, like just like, oh, you get this pie for this old woman so that you can get this cool accessory, the pie ring. You know, like there's really good storytelling there. You know, and I think that's one of the stronger points for that game is that a lot of the little side quests tie into the overarching story in some manner. Especially within the locations of the game, so it's a treasure to go and do the extra stuff. It doesn't feel like I'm just padding out time. And then with Final Fantasy VII Remake, like, there aren't a lot of side quests, but those little side quests help to flesh out the world of Midgar. So that kind of thing is really cool to see. Like, it serves the greater purpose and the greater story of the game. You know, they're not just there to create like a false sense of time, you know, like if anything I'm saying makes sense. Yeah, Fallout 76. Yeah. Oh god. There we go. Nah, I did it again. Yeah, like there's got to be a point where we as game consumers like we got to do something, because it's going to be on us. Like, it's one thing for us to tell companies, but you know, like, if people keep financially supporting these companies with releases that are obviously not finished, and you know, like, look, no game is going to be perfect. Like, every game is going to have bugs, but, you know, a game should not be shipped to the point where it's unplayable. That's literally false advertising, and why you see, like, all the problems that happen with things like, dare I even discuss it, with Cyberpunk. But like, where I'm getting with that is that it's going to take people like boycotting and saying like, hey, like, we're not buying this game. Otherwise, they're just going to keep releasing games like this. And I think that should also go into helping staff at game companies unionize, so that way they can make games that aren't broken and not have these early release games, and, you know, in turn having to take the brunt of the commentary and complaints when it's like, hey, it's not our fault. Like, the company rushed us and, you know, didn't let us take our time and didn't let us polish a game. Oh, I gotta read this. 76 is a good example of an unfinished game getting released as a finished product, which isn't exactly what I meant. I was referring to the release style of Baldur's Gate 3, which is out for early access but is marketed as not done yet. Yes, that's what I thought we were originally talking about too. That's why I mentioned Lotus Wars, which was the Labyrinth of... I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, like, there have been a number of games that have been put up on download where it's like, hey, this ain't finished, but here's like the first little part. It's almost like getting a demo of the game before it's released. But I also agree with what Lifeforce are saying. Like, there are way too many instances of a game obviously not being finished but being released for the sake of, hey, we have a deadline. And this is the part where I tell myself I'm not allowed to talk about Final Fantasy 15, otherwise I'm going to lose viewers. More so than I probably already have. But yeah, it's a shame. Like, there are a lot of people behind the scenes with games that pour their heart and soul into the development process to really try and make something for people to enjoy. And then, obviously, it's a business. People are trying to make money. But I don't think you should sacrifice people's well-being and the quality of a product for the sake of having it out. You know, like, I am more than okay to wait for a game. Like, I don't care. Like, I waited almost 10 years for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I waited 7 for Breath of the Wild. Like, I really, it's not gonna kill me. Like, yes, do I want to play it? Yeah, I do. I really do. I want to enjoy it and live out that dream of finally playing this game. But yeah, it doesn't need to be rushed. Ah, heck! It's King Cool! Ladies and gentlemen, the King Regent of Cool Country is here. My old pal, King Cool. Yeah, you're coming in a good time. We're complaining about the video game industry. What else is new? But yeah. I'll stop ranting for now. I think I'm going to try and focus on trying to beat these weird little trolls. But instead I died, so I got that going for me, which is nice. Whew, I might have to call it at this stage. So here's actually a question for you squatters out there. So I'm starting a new season. You know, obviously, I've already talked about how the format is still in the works. How do people feel about save states? I honestly don't like them. I want to try and beat the game as true to the original as possible. But I also understand that, like, hey, I used to leave on my NES for hours, if not days, on the pause screen if I got to a point, but I was not allowed to play the console until whenever. So if we finish up and I'm in like partway through a stage or something like that, are people okay with me creating a save state to be able to pick up the next time we play? Like, I'm good for either. Honestly, you all here are the boss. Like, I am the employee here in the apartment trying to beat these games for you all. So, yeah. So, if you guys are cool with save states, then we can make that happen, and that'll be good for everyone involved, I think. Now, up yours, Jason Voorhees. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know if I'll use them during regular gameplay. Like, you know, if I'm at the final boss and I'm like, oh, save state, like, no, I'm not going to do that. But I think for sake of carrying over into the next episode, so that way I'm not having to play through the beginning stages again, and you're just like sitting here waiting for me to get through stages that I've obviously cleared before. I personally think that's fine. Yeah, mid-fight save states I'm not trying to do. Come on. This clock's not going super fast, but I'm really not doing any damage to these guys. There we go. Get in there. Nobody lives forever, Ryu. Yeah, I don't want to overhype things, but I've got I asked that because I have some pretty merciless games planned. If we get through this challenge, I've got a doozy of a follow-up, and we'll see if that game breaks me. If this one doesn't, then look forward to the second challenge. I only know of. Oh man, I actually don't know many people who finished it for the game that I've got planned, because I was already I was kind of capitalizing. Oh hey, yeah, there we go. I was capitalizing on being in a good mood creatively, and ended up working on some promotional stuff.
You have come a long way to bring me the demon statue. Now give it to me. No! Do you know what you're saying? What? Well, You coward!
No, don't give it to him!
Now, but put down the demon statue on the floor and back up. Nice work. I guess this is goodbye. Have a nice day.
Well, at least it was nice about it.
Take the girl away. She is going to be a sacrifice. Ha ha ha. It's mine. Tonight is the night of rebirth, which comes only once every 700 years.
Oh, good. So I'm on 5-1. Alright. We're not far from the end. I say that, but, oh, man. This is kind of feeling doable. This is feeling a little doable. Though I think this is a good... Here's what I'm gonna do. I think this is a good stopping point. Mostly because I want to start at the beginning of a stage, so that way, like, we're in a good spot. So let me go ahead and save that. Oh heck! Thank you for the follow, man. Y'all are too good to me. Yeah. So I think that's enough for tonight. I don't want to call it too early, but at the same time, I think for a good first episode, we can spend a little part of the end of this episode going through some usual stuff. So for some of our longtime viewers, which I know I shouldn't allude too much to previous episodes because we are starting fresh, I like to try and give shout outs to people that I'm big fans of, and in order to help get them some eyes on their things. Why am I stumbling so terribly with words? I need to rebuild this a little bit better, since I had a bunch of stuff for when I was going to start up season 5 for some new folks, but I guess I will start here. They streamed earlier today, but they've been a big inspiration for the show itself here for a very, very long time. Like, I think I originally got into doing stuff on YouTube because of these guys, but if you have the chance, please check out a channel called Famicom Dojo. Sean Orange and Vink are two fantastic guys that are probably some of the more genuine folks that I know through the video game community. They're both just really fun and very funny, but also really knowledgeable about video game history as a whole. Long story short, they primarily focus on Nintendo history and have done some of the very first videos on YouTube about, like, hey, how did Nintendo get their start? What kind of peripherals that they have on their console, stuff like that. And they just do really good work. They have a podcast, but long story short, Vink runs a website called Japan Retro Direct. So if you are in the business of trying to get yourself, some hard to get Super Famicom carts, or you're trying to round out that Japanese Virtual Boy collection, those people do exist. Look no further than our buddy Vink's storefront. I've bought? That ain't a word. I've purchased a couple Famicom carts from them that we've used on the show previously. So it helps them out. It helps to keep Famicom Dojo going, but also it puts money in Vink's pocket. And since he is based out of Japan, and they have a much better grasp over the pandemic, he's able to still go out and kind of restock things for his collection, so that way he can put them up on the website. And he's been pretty good, even with the pandemic going on. He's been safe about it, but has been keeping a pretty decent stock of things. And I know with some of the restrictions that have been raised for shipping abroad, he's been a lot more gung-ho about, like, hey, please visit the site and buy stuff. So heard it from us. Please tell them if you go over there and you see something you like, pick it up, tell them that GA1C sent you, and give your best wishes to them. So we really are big fans of their show, and they just have a great storefront. The other person that I love being able to point people towards is our good friend Michelle. Michelle was responsible for doing that really awesome logo down there, that good old professional business looking logo that you see there. So if you're looking for somebody to do a very professional looking logo for a not New York designer style price, which is what I've been told how they've been described. Please give them a look. They do fantastic work, and I'm not just saying that because they got the logo there and they are a good friend. They really do amazing work. They're also a huge Pokemon dork, so if you enjoy Pokemon fan art, they also have a lot of amazing stickers and posters and designs, so please also support them. It means a lot to me that we get to continue to work with them, but also that people appreciate the work that they do. I feel like they're kind of a hidden gem on the art space of Twitter and elsewhere on the internet, because they do really fantastic stuff. They have like this amazing mix of style of like old ink brush paintings that like you see in a lot of traditional Asian artwork, but also like this nice kind of pop aesthetic. So if that sounds up your alley, please give them a look there on that website and give them a follow on Twitter, and just be good and supportive. And I didn't have one for this week, but I also would usually recommend something that's like caught my eye or something that I've been watching recently. And like I'd write a link on there. So God, what did I do recently? I watched Promare. If you haven't watched Promare yet, you should go watch Promare. I don't know if people are still talking about it as much, but it's not as gay as I wanted it to be, but it was still good. It's by Studio Trigger, that's responsible for doing things like Gurren Lagann, Little Witch Academia, and Brand New Animal, which is on Netflix, which I also started watching that recently, so definitely check that out too. But yeah, Premiere was... I am sad I didn't watch it in theaters. I feel like that would have been a whole different experience, watching it with a huge crowd and seeing it on the big screen. But if you have a chance, I think it's available on streaming. If not, like the Blu-ray shouldn't be too difficult to get your hands on. I say that, but I don't want to jinx it. But yeah, it's the soundtrack is so good. Like, I really did go into it thinking like, this can't be better than Gurren Lagann, and then it was. I know that's pretty controversial to say, but like, oh man, it's so, like, the character designs are fantastic. The story is balls to the walls. I would give it a 5 out of 5. Just pretty dang good. But that's gonna do it for us here. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I know this was kind of still trying to feel things out, start fresh, start anew. I think next episode will go for a little bit longer, but I didn't want to overstay my welcome this time. I cannot thank y'all enough for stopping by and being supportive, especially with all of the weird crap that's been happening. What did I used to say at the end of these episodes? It's been so long. I used to say something about mental health. Like, I'm a big advocate for mental health, and with the change of the seasons, I never had a script for this. I'm trying to think of like the right things to say here. I apologize. I should really have pre-recorded things at the end of each episode too. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like, it's super important that people take care of themselves. So if you're struggling and you're having a tough time of things, especially because, spoilers, the world is on fire consistently, and we never know what's happening from minute to minute. It's a lot. And yours truly has gone through the ringer over the last couple months. Exactly, Tazro. Control the pet population. But yeah, so I really advocate for people that are afflicted, especially a lot of folks that identify as nerds, and people in the LGBTQIA plus community. Like, a lot of people have trouble with mental ailments. So, just be aware of your friends as best you can, be emotionally available if you can, but also if you need help, there are always resources out there. I'll do my best to keep putting things up on Twitter and our Facebook page for things like NAMI, which is the National Association for Mental... I don't remember what the I is, but I should. But also, outreach programs and local listings for people that are victims of domestic situations, all that stuff. Long story short, take care of yourself, and check in with folks that you know. Check in with me. You can send me a little tweet and just be like, hey man, hope everything's good. Things have been rough for me. And I will try and do something at my own expense to make you laugh and feel better. That is a guarantee. Also, doubling down, I'm going to try and get something for next episode now that I don't have somebody telling me that it's political to do so, I really want to showcase more individuals that are non-white and identify as LGBTQA+. So if there's people out there, I'm going to look on my own, because I shouldn't have to just be like, hey, send people my way. That ain't fair. But if you do know people and you know of developers or people that do art, music, stuff in video games, let me know. And I really want to reach out to them and have them on the show. Because it's not fair for me to just sit here the entire time being the white dude that I am and be like, ha ha ha, look at me, when there's so many talented people out there and people that are just generally great that deserve the space as well. So I'm going to try and see if I can connect with a couple folks that I know and have them on here just to talk about stuff and have a good time. So yeah, I said a lot. I'm so sorry. But again, last thing, I really need to pre-record this. Please forgive me. If you look up in this top corner, there are a list of very tiny names. I gotta resize that, but they're all nice and fitting there. They're cozy. These are folks that have helped me with being able to stream on here. These are people that have shared their infinite wisdom or just been amazingly supportive. They've just shown me how to keep doing this. They're people that have also told me when I was really trying to struggle with figuring out finances after everything that happened in November, that were like, Dan, no, like don't sell your stream stuff, you dingus. Keep streaming. So do what you gotta do. Take a screenshot. Do the old pen and paper. Grab a pen. This is what people used to use to write things. And write down these names. Check out their archives. Check them out when they go live. Give them a follow. Supporting them supports the channel here, and then also supports all of Twitch. So please, 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 I can't recommend these folks enough. I don't have them listed at any level of importance here, but if you're going to be checking out anybody here, Gunstar Heroes has been going through a list of games that have been challenged on Game Center CX as well. He's just also a real charming dude, so please check him out. And then, of course, I will pimp out Elise's channel as much as I physically and vocally can. Elise is such a treat to watch. She's very energetic, very knowledgeable about like things that don't even have to do with video games. Like, she does a lot of really good unboxing videos, but also a lot of product reviews for things like snacks, but also toys. So if you're into figure collecting or dolls and stuff like that, they're really, really fun to watch. But her and her sister Karen make really great content. But when she streams games, she's also a treat because there's a lot of things that she hasn't played, so she's giving a blind playthrough to things. Like, I'm not ashamed to admit I wept when watching her play through Earthbound. So I don't know if those episodes are still up, but yeah, you should go up there. See, that's a thing that streamers have. You know, like the exclamation point thing. Give their channel. I need to get mods. I need more mods. So if people want to be mods for the channel, I need that too. But I think that's enough out of me. I talk a lot. I'm sorry. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next game. Please stay till the end, because I will have time and date for the next time I will be live. But have a good one, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.